If you average out the View hosts, among the dumbest people on television.
Sonny's dumb. Certainly not the brightest person. And what she just said just doesn't make any sense. It's just like so silly to say. It's not a well thought out.
As you may heard, I filed a few lawsuits and I'm in the court now because they accuse me of doing stuff that I never did in my life. And they wrote lies. And I will not allow that. I will fight till the end because I don't want that they damage my reputation and my name.
I think she hates him.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, so we can all
That's
agree
a
on that. That's a given. I also think that she wants to take him out. She does not want to be the first lady anymore.
They agree with you.
She doesn't want to be the first lady. She destroyed the Rose Garden. Who hates Christmas? Melania Trump hates Christmas. She doesn't want to decorate for Christmas. She doesn't want anything to do with him. She doesn't want to sleep in the same room with him.
Joe Rogan, the podcast titan and unapologetic media critic, just threw more fuel on the fire. Wasting no time, he called out The View for what he labeled blatant hypocrisy, reminding everyone that not too long ago, Donald and Melania were greeted on the show with hugs, applause, and glowing smiles from the same hosts who now vilify them. Fast forward to today, and Rogan isn't buying The View's sudden hostility. He slammed the show for pushing a politically motivated narrative shift, accusing them of chasing clicks over credibility. But Rogan wasn't done. He took aim at the show's obsession with drama over substance, calling it a ratings grab disguised as journalism. If you average out the IQ of The View hosts, you might still struggle to hit triple digits, he quipped on his podcast. Brutal, maybe, but his fans ate it up, turning the comment into a rallying cry against what they see as The View's over-the-top antics. But beyond the juicy drama, this lawsuit raises a bigger issue: the thin line between free speech and defamation, especially for public figures. This isn't just about Melania Trump, it's about the future of media accountability.
He was cheating while Melania was pregnant.
That's not going to come in front of the jury, though. The judge has ruled that won't come up.
We're on television now. And then after Melania gave birth to the baby, he found Stormy to strip around with, right?
Yeah.
It's like people should look at him and say, you know, what kind of an insecure jerk are you? You know what I mean? It's like, oh, my wife's pregnant. I'm not attracted to her big belly or something. And now she's paying attention to the baby and not.
If Melania wins, the fallout could force shows like The View to rethink how far they can push the envelope. Let that sink in. Sure, The View thrives on controversy. It's practically their brand. But this is different. A former first lady suing one of America's biggest talk shows? The stakes don't get much higher. During a recent episode of The View, the hosts were in their typical fiery form, discussing Melania's role during the Trump administration. But things took a sharp and controversial turn when they made some jaw-dropping claims about her relationship with Donald Trump. One of the hosts boldly suggested that Melania despises her husband and implied she doesn't even want to live under the same roof as him anymore. Ouch. But it didn't stop there. They went on to criticize her personal decisions, from her White House redecorations to her infamous remarks about Christmas. And just when you thought it couldn't get any more dramatic, one host threw out an even wilder accusation, saying, "I think she wants to take him out." Yes, you heard that right. That was actually said live on air.
Critics are going hard after a liberal media member for vile comments about Melania Trump. The former First Lady appears to signal her support for reproductive rights in a video out yesterday.
Individual freedom is a fundamental principle that I safeguard. Without a doubt, there is no room for compromise when it comes to this essential right that all women possess from birth: individual freedom. What does my body, my choice really mean?
And this take is pretty shocking.
I think she hates him.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, so we can all agree on that. That's a given. I also think that she wants to take him out.
That's unfortunate.
Wow. I mean, that is violent. They've got to stop talking like that about a former president who's had 2 assassination attempts. I mean, that's just ignorant.
I've not been a fan of this man's. I don't like how he talks to us. I don't like how he talks to the nation. So I have not really had much to say until he started running for president.
If you're sitting there wondering, did they really go that far? You're not alone. Melania Trump apparently thought the same, but instead of brushing it off, she's taking a stand with a lawsuit that has the potential to send shockwaves through the entire entertainment industry.
Let me ask you this, because I do want to get back to this point with the left and Melania Trump. Why can't she just be her own woman and have separate?
And she can.
And so why all that criticism? I mean, that was gross from The View.
And I
look,
agree.
The View is not the litmus test of America. We don't think that.
They were afraid of that remark. That was their problem.
So why did they handle it that way?
So what exactly is Melania claiming here? Well, she's accusing the hosts of defamation, arguing that their statements were not only false, but also caused serious harm to her reputation. In her legal filing, she's made it crystal clear that The View crossed the line between free speech and outright defamation. But here's where things get even more compelling. This lawsuit isn't just about clearing her name, it's about making a bold statement. With $100 million on the line, Melania is sending a powerful message that media platforms must be held accountable for their words. Legal experts are already buzzing about how this case could set a groundbreaking precedent for the way public figures are portrayed in the media. Let's not forget, The View is notorious for its fiery debates and outspoken opinions, but this time, it might have pushed the boundaries a little too far.
But I love the female body, all of the things. It's what Anna was addressing in the first segment.
It's more like an inch too far. If you've seen the statue.
I've seen the David. I had to get close. But sorry. But it's more the hypocrisy of it, and what bothers me about it is the Republican Party has long kind of ridden the family values, the purist people, the judgment on everyone else's lives, from banning books to shutting down drag performances. So to then all of a sudden flip the script and say, now we appreciate this thing. It felt like it was
But this lawsuit could be a wake-up call, forcing The View and similar shows to think twice before crossing the line into personal attacks. Now let's take a step back. This isn't just about Melania or The View. It's about the larger question of where to draw the line between freedom of speech and defamation. Public figures, especially those as high-profile as Melania, have always faced intense scrutiny. But when does legitimate criticism cross over into harmful slander? Melania's decision to take legal action brings this ongoing tension between media responsibility and personal privacy into sharp focus. And let's not forget, this isn't the first time The View has landed in hot water. The show has faced backlash before for its fiery rhetoric, but this lawsuit could be its most significant challenge yet. Unsurprisingly, the reaction to all of this has been nothing short of explosive. Social media is on fire, with opinions split right down the middle. Some are applauding Melania for standing her ground and taking a stand, while others question whether this lawsuit is more about generating publicity than upholding principle. Critics argue that public figures like Melania should expect a certain level of scrutiny. It's part of the job. But her supporters are saying, enough is enough. They believe this is about protecting her dignity and holding media platforms accountable for their words. And here's the real game changer. If Melania wins, the fallout could be monumental. Shows like The View might have to reconsider how they approach public figures, particularly when discussing personal matters. This case could set a legal precedent that reshapes the way media operates, and even how we consume it. So, what's your take? Is Melania justified in standing her ground and filing this lawsuit? Or does this open up a complex debate about free speech? We want to know what you think. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. This legal battle is just getting started, and all eyes are on Melania and The View. Will this lawsuit force the show to issue an apology? Could it result in a massive payout, or will it reshape the lines between free speech and defamation laws? One thing's for sure, this case is far from over, and we'll be right here, keeping you updated with every twist and turn. From court filings to public reactions, you can rely on us to bring you the latest. So there you have it, the $100 million lawsuit that's making waves in both Hollywood and Washington. What happens next could change the media landscape as we know it. Don't forget to hit that like button if you found this breakdown helpful, and be sure to subscribe for more updates on this wild legal saga. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time with even more breaking news and explosive stories.